Coming up on Oily Trash Movies.
Come back here, you This isn't over, you hear me? I'm gonna sue your fat ass for this!
You, Adam!
No!
Oh, jeez, oh man, what?
Fucking God!
What? Holy sh**.
Yeah, we could go ahead and start.
Alright, and we're live. Hello, and welcome to Oily Trash Movies. This is the only podcast where two people watch bad movies and say unfunny catchphrases the whole time. We're your hosts. I'm Daddy WarBux.
And I'm Bublegum Barbie.
And we have a really interesting movie today. We're going to be watching LX2048. But before we get into that, last week we watched Bloodthirst featuring OTM favorite Sarah French. Bubble, do we have anything to add about this movie?
Yes, I lost my notes, so this is going to be a little jumbled. But I liked... No, I'm just going to repeat the same thing that I did before. So go ahead. What do you want to say?
All right, well, Bubble doesn't have anything to add. I just want to say that I did really like that movie. It's a very flawed movie. I wouldn't even call it a good movie, but it's the kind of movie that just has so much ambition. I can't help but love it because I would rather see a movie that has a lot of ideas and tries to do a lot. Even if it doesn't necessarily succeed, I think that's more entertaining than a movie that tries to play it safe and doesn't really do anything new or exciting or adventurous or take any risks and leaves you with a very boring movie, something like Alien Invasion, where it's like, oh, we're just gonna lift the plot line from another movie. Bloodthirst brought its own plot, it brought its own ideas. I think there was some incompetent writing. I think there were probably budgetary constraints and maybe runtime constraints that hurt the movie, but I loved it. I've been thinking about it nonstop. It's been inspiring me to write vampire fiction and vampire screenplays because I think it was so cool, but
True.
That's all I have to say.
I do want to emphasize. I do want to emphasize. I do want to emphasize the one thing that you kept saying is that this movie has such potential of being a cult classic, but not in this movie. So if it had more, like you said, like it's good, the ideas are great, but I think it was a director's and a writer's issue, really.
Yeah, the story, whoever came up with the story had a great idea, but it just didn't get fleshed out enough. But that was Bloodthirst. This week we're going to be watching LX2048. What do we know about this movie?
Okay, so this movie, the director is Guy Ritchie, and the writer is the same, and it is a drama sci-fi thriller, and it's a fantasy ill man tries to secure the future of his family in a world where the toxicity of the sun forces people to stay inside during the daytime. Interesting.
This looks almost, it gives me vibes of Sam Gaffin's Robotica Destructiva. It's just got so, the graphical effects look so interesting, even though it's very obviously cheap. And I think this is either going to be great, like a gem of a movie, or this is going to be absolutely terrible for almost 2 hours.
I do want to point out that it got a reward of the International Fantasy Film Award in 2021 for Best Actor.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign. The more awards it gets, the shittier we hate it. It's really interesting.
It's like the awards are given by our arch nemesis.
Oh, you know who's gonna hate this movie? Oily Trash Movies. Give it an award. Give it an award.
Plus one. They're doing it out of spite. It feels personal, but are we ready to get into this?
Yeah, let's go. I also really like the cold opening of this film. He's having heart issues. He's going through a divorce.
He's got children. This is a great way to immediately get us emotionally invested in this character.
I also love the sound when she mentioned you have heart problems, and then really the heart starts like intensifying and...
Yeah, good pickup on that. I like how he's also, he's like anti-technology, or he believes things are better in person than virtually.
Yeah, so in other words, you like that he's a boomer.
Jesus Christ, can you forget about the goddamn papers for 1 fucking minute?
Oh, like he's arguing with her on VR.
This is awesome. That VR is pretty slick.
Yeah, that's a great prop. Look, there's like a little light behind the plastic at one place.
It's awesome.
Driving a Mercedes in his hazmat suit.
Hell yeah.
Listening to future music on the radio.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, he's listening to oily trash songs.
I love it.
This song is a banger.
You know, this came out in 2020, so I almost wonder how much of this was inspired or limited by the pandemic.
Interesting observation.
Like where everything's virtual and they're all doing Zoom meetings, essentially.
I mean, that is current right now. It's like that dark 50s cartoon, The Robinsons.
Oh.
Is that what it was called?
I'm not...
You know, like those rich cartoons?
I'm not sure I've seen that cartoon.
It's like the Flintstones, the same creator. It's like, I think it's made by...
Is it in the future? Like Flintstones in the future?
Yeah.
Are you saying the Jetsons?
The Jetsons, yes.
You hired me to be your eyes and ears here. Hopefully not just because I'm always available to you in daytime.
Dude, this guy's a great actor. He's like talking to like people that he's seeing at these chairs that aren't actually there. That's amazing.
Yeah. You know what this needs? This needs an advertisement popping up in the VRs and saying, you need antidepressants. And then the actor says, oh, that's my dead mother.
Yeah.
Oh my god, super zoom of our star.
That reference of vampires, it's like people can only go out at night because the sun is toxic. Oh my god, they're playing Wii.
I loved Wii. It was so much fun.
Die, motherfucker!
Oh, he's playing Fortnite.
Die, motherfucker! Die, die, die!
Is this a prostitute, a robotic prostitute?
Yeah, this is a robot hooker.
Gross.
Yeah, you like that? Okay, this has gone on a bit longer than I could have done with. Like, why would you come into the room that has the giant sex robot? Like, what are you expecting?
Yeah, with the right light setups.
Sorry, Rena. I don't know what else to say.
Like, she made the first move. For the thumbnail, I'm gonna have the robot prostitute.
Be funny.
It's like a chat room. You meet another woman while you stick your dick in a rubber doll and she puts a dildo up her ass. You think your boring wife can't be as dirty as some other whore in the room.
Oh man, check out that awesome laser shave.
I love it.
A laser iron. Oh my goodness.
He made that iron. That is the shit. A laser comb. Take care, comb your hair. Bye.
Happened. Hey.
This is his prostitute.
I like this AI girlfriend better than Amy.
Yeah. Yum.
But Jerry Fisher and Donald Stein have exactly the same cavities.
I like how he instinctively put his fingers to his teeth. Great direction.
You can tailor your insurance spouse a bit so that maybe they come back to you just perfect.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
like, yeah, honey, I want your clone to have bigger tits.
Did you see that? Those excited eyes? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna make my husband taller with thicker hair.
He's gonna fix his receding hairline.
Yeah.
This is almost too complex.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I like this way better than fucking Amy.
I'm gonna call right now that this is gonna be possibly in our top 3. In my top 3, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. You could tell the director probably grew up watching the Jetsons because there's that vibe.
The bottle of whiskey is almost completely drained now. Great little detail.
Yeah, hell yeah, they have an ad. I was like, this movie needs more ads.
Yeah, that was great.
You know that in the future, fucking marketing would be like all in your fucking face. Like you can't take 5 steps and there's an ad.
There would be ads on that coffee mug, I think.
Yeah.
It allowed me to imagine you at your best.
I want to be better, sure. But the person I love, I don't want them to imagine me any different. I want them to love me as I am.
This is great, man. This is like all about integrity and sanctity of self.
Yeah. This is great, and it's about like how far as us, a human being of creators, like are willing to take it, and like the morality of everything is just brilliant.
Like, what makes a man? What makes you you? And what changes making to yourself are you no longer you? It's like Ship of Theseus type dilemmas.
It's just an avatar.
Oh, she's pissed that he's having an emotional affair with that AI.
Oh, that's why she's so cold in the apartment when it's because she feels like her husband is cheating on her with an AI.
I sacrificed everything for you, for us.
Man, great colors. Look how he's got like that blue tint on him out there in that room.
I used a sex doll, hardly cheating.
There was an AI avatar at the other end of that sex doll. I spent 5 times the amount of hours on the realm that you do. I know how real an avatar can feel. You felt something for this thing. I mean, what do I even call it?
Maria.
What?
That's her name.
Jesus, I don't want to know her fucking name!
She's mad because of the emotional connection he has to Maria, not that he's banging a doll.
Look, what your father is trying to say is that he would be happier living alone with a rubber doll than having all of us around him.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, now she's mad. When like she's literally telling the children things that she's traumatizing those poor kids.
She's like, your daddy's traipsing around with some 2-bit whore just because I won't do anal. True. That's gross, by the way, war. I was thinking about making a joke about how like the sex doll has realistic snail trails.
Oh my god. Snail trail.
If you really want, and I believe you do, I can get Maria to come see you in the flesh.
Oh my gosh, the music is hyping up. We're getting to the 3rd act.
He's talking about building a cloned body with an AI brain in it. I love this movie because it's exploring all of the moral implications of advanced sci-fi technology, which is really the most interesting part about science fiction.
Mom. Jesus, what the hell have you done to yourself? I know it's just an avatar, but I mean, you look 17. And this tank top. No, I know you're not dead, but I mean...
I'm talking to the voice of my dead mother with giant tits.
Just think about the kids.
Think about the kids that he just chugs on his bottle of vodka.
You should have never stopped singing and acting.
Oh my god. See, this is why I dropped out of school and wanted to sing and dance and act because I didn't want to become this guy. Oh my god, this woman is like fucking every man's worst nightmare. I like her.
Come back here, you cunt! This isn't over, you hear me? I'm gonna sue your fat ass for this!
Fuck you, Adam!
No!
Oh, jeez, oh man, what?
Fucking god!
What? Holy shit. Wow. I don't think we saw that coming.
Yeah, no, we didn't. These cops look like Nazis. What was it that you said about the Mario Bros? This is a analogy of fucking Nazi Germany, or what was it that you said? God dang it.
Oh my god, she's gonna get Premium 3 now and come back as a clone.
Yeah.
I said she was a cunt and that her ass got fat.
It's progress, man. It is all around us.
This cop is best supporting actor for sure.
Yeah. This whole cast is really good. Like, I like every character.
I liked every character but the kids. The child actors are very weak.
Yeah, but that's why they only got like 1 minute screen time. See, now this film did a thing where I was confused about the flashbacks, but now that there's like a rhythm.
Yeah.
They kept the flashbacks kind of similar, so now I know when there's a flashback occurring.
Yeah, they're consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Great directorial choice.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh no, I don't like this.
You might want to brush your teeth there, Adam.
Oh, he's got vomit breath.
Ugh.
Great consistency, too, with that bottle of vodka still out. And the 2 glasses when he was drinking with Steve Jobs. This is bizarre.
This is so bizarre. This is like Aliens. You know, where it makes you uncomfortable sexually.
Yeah. So his clone should be arriving with his children soon.
And also his wife, where would she be showing up?
Yeah, there could be a cloned wife and him raising the children, and then he just spends all day banging his AI girlfriend.
It was designed to download the brain of the soon-to-be deceased, so the relatives could meet them later in the realm, or else...
She's not that great of an actress. She's hot, though. Oh, she's UK. How do you English? How do you say they're from the UK?
Yeah.
Ukanian.
What the fuck? There's a musical number now? What in the hell is happening?
Under the sun, I was lonely.
That's sad. This man's lost everything now.
Yeah.
This is becoming emotionally exhausting. Just take your thorium, dude.
Oh my god, he's become the Joker. Oh my god, he murders his clone.
Look how much cooler this version of him is. He's got a leather jacket, slick back hair.
Yeah, she asked for the bad boy.
Whenever I see a guitar, I feel the need to pick it up.
His ex-wife did say that he should play guitar again. I bet the replica's gonna be great.
He's gonna freaking start banging some Wonderwall.
That was one of the things she requested in the clone.
Close another book at the end of chapter 1.
This movie does have like banger songs on it though.
Damn, yeah, great song.
And all your idols burning in the sun.
Thematic.
I rate that oily trash songs fucking 10 Daddy WarBux.
Man, I'm so glad they didn't use that sun thing as like some sort of overplayed ecological commentary. Look, even the cork from the whiskey bottle at the beginning is still there.
I think I look just like you.
Got a bigger dick though.
No, he had a... Oh, maybe.
Would you like me to take all my clothes off? Yeah, actually.
Oh. Okay,
Well, I guess we're gonna find out.
War. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Now that they're both got the same hair and are in their boxers, are we gonna get them mixed up? Is there gonna be a switcheroo?
That is the question. This is incredible that they were able to do this shit.
How's he gonna hand himself that glass? How did that? How did they make that shot? You know what? That was somebody else's hand, but his body. You could see it coming behind it. That was pretty good.
Well, I could kind of somewhat see the double layer of the shot, maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the handing off of the fucking glass was intense. Like, I don't know. That's freaking magic right there. I know they did it with AI.
Are we not gonna know who dies and lives?
Oh, damn. Oh my god!
We don't know who was it. Is that the clone that died?
We have no idea.
We need to see his dick.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a hell of a grave you dug, sir. In your skivvies and barefoot.
And it's funny, he doesn't even have to dig the hole. He didn't even have to make a hole. Just like wait until the sun shines and boom.
Let him scorch up. Oh, that'd be a tough scene to act where you have to pretend to be dead while somebody's shoveling dirt onto your body.
Oh, yes. Show me your dick.
Nothing. I just remember those differently.
Yeah, he did make her boobs bigger.
I'm a better man now.
Oh boy. You sure?
I guess it is the clone.
In the sun.
I am completely...
Oh my fucking god. His original self was completely fucking destroyed with the sun. Ah! What a brilliant movie!
Yeah, this was pure genius. I loved every minute of this. This was such a morally complex film. This was told brilliantly.
This is what I couldn't say out loud. Like, I couldn't say it within words. This is what I wanted Amy to be like, this film, this AI film. And I think this one nailed it for me. It tickled me pink. You know, it was wonderful. I really, really liked this film. I loved the characters. I think every actor was fantastic. Besides the AI, but then that's fine because she's hot, so it's like whatever. I loved the characters of the children. They were the weakest actors, but they were fantastic because it was just 1 minute screen time, but it was enough to tell the difference, because going back to that line, talking to the children, is the whole reason why they even had the children in the first place. And I think it's brilliant as well. It's emotionally a good film. Like you mentioned, it's very emotionally exhausting towards the end. I think it's a brilliant film. I think it's a future that is far but close. You know, it has gadgets where don't exist yet but can. You know, I think it's a brilliant film.
This is a fully realized creative vision.
It was beautifully written. It had a very fantastic writer. Shakespeare reference into it. It's just wonderful. It's a beautiful film. This is great.
This is written and directed by Guy Mosh. I will 100% go watch some of his other movies now. First of all, every set was beautiful, and it had such a visual style to it of being in the future. The cop with his uniform, the doctor with her glasses, and all the people with their VR headsets, and like the tree and the bubble and the tubes in the background with like, it was like Hyperloop. It's like the Elon Musk Hyperloop system just flying through the space in the background. Man, the world building with the sun being toxic, but that was just a fact of the world. I thought this whole movie was going to be about, you know, the sun and how nobody can live in the daylight. But really, I feel like what that represents is just such a change in the culture of humanity. Like, to go back to Joker, where this is a society that this man feels like he doesn't fit in. It's literally Bizarro world where everybody's awake at night, nobody goes out at day, nobody even has human connection with each other. I feel like this makes so many comments, and really what's amazing is their view of what AI is like, and this was written 3-4 years ago, and this this is more on point with the AI and what AI is like now than Amy was, even though Amy was written only a year ago. And all of the kids being in the VR all day, quote, the realm, that reminds me a lot of just people, kids, you know, that are just addicted to their screens. And it's not just kids, adults are also addicted to their phone screens. And for social media, it's almost like a different world that people live in where they care more about stuff on the internet and maybe stuff on Facebook than they do in their real world. And then you get into the cloning. There are just so many cool science fiction ideas in here. It feels like there's enough content in here to make 3 movies.
Right. I think going back to this is a brilliant film. It is because it's also I think in 1942, I think even in 20 I don't know math. 2048, they're going to be studying this in universities, this film. I think it's a very great psychology sci-fi film. It's a masterpiece. I really recommend everyone watching this. I think this is a fantastic film for everyone. I also like the fact, the mystery of not knowing if like his therapist if it was a memory or a dream of her just cutting herself. That would be insane. And that is an interesting thing, because then there was that conversation with the cop, the Nazi cop, when he told him, you need to go to therapy. And then he says the line, therapy is a waste of time. I've tried it. I wonder if he felt that, because if it was a memory, then that makes sense as to why he does not go into therapy, because he just witnessed his fucking therapist just cutting herself, you know?
Oh, yeah. I went to therapy and I came out twice as traumatized as I was going in.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a bunch of bullshit, you know? And I think, again, going back what we said when we were reacting to it, this really touches the core of morality and like how far can we go as creators, you know, when it comes to the Donald character, which I thought was also fantastic character. And the fact that he made his AI girlfriend and he tested her and she fucking fell in love with him is brilliant. Like, oh my god, like no wonder who's going into psychosis. Like he's like, the pain, the pain, the pain, the pain. And then at the end of the movie, fucking his creation, like the gift that he left him, that Donald left him, just gets burned up in the sun. It's freaking, oh my god. Like, the psychology in this is brilliant.
I don't think that chip burned up in the sun. I think that chip
It did.
has, because they were saying there's enough room for me and you on it and other people. I think that chip, so I believe the original Adam Bird died, but I think Adam Bird also exists on that chip and thus might be reborn in a completely digital sense or somehow put into somebody's head. This is very similar to William Gibson's Neuromancer, where they would essentially put brains onto ROM chips, and then you could plug that into your own brain or into something else. I see a lot of influence from Blade Runner, definitely with just the neo-noir look and the replicants and the cloning.
You always reference Blade Runner. I've never seen this fucking movie. We gotta make it a movie night. Oh my god, but continue, sorry.
Blade Runner, William Gibson's Neuromancer, Snow Crash, where everything's the realm. That's kind of like the Matrix, or kind of like the metaverse now, which is actually becoming a real thing. So there's definitely, this guy Mosh is definitely a fan of sort of cyberpunk fiction, I think, and there's just so much influence here.
Oh yeah, also that cartoon.
The Jetsons.
This guy, the writer, grew up watching this cartoon. 100%. Like, please tweet at us. What's the director writer's name?
Guy Mosh. Yeah, I'm gonna look this guy up. He's incredible. He's brilliant.
Shout out to Guy Mosh. You're fucking brilliant. You're as brilliant as our favorite director and writer fucking of Jurassic games. You're on the same caliber. Like, we fucking Oily Trash Movie is known to love fucking sci-fi films, and this was it. This is the movie that I sought after. This movie for me is better than Zone 414, and I like that movie. That was a good sci-fi robot film, because they had robot prostitutes. This had robot prostitute. Like, I freaking and freaking dumped him. Like, this movie is top tier. I think already, I'm gonna say it. This is my number one. I can't wait to tell you guys what I rate it.
You nailed it when you called this movie a masterpiece. This is absolutely a masterpiece of film. Even down to the sound design, just the foley and the sound effects and the background music, and the way like the background music would just cut off when something would happen in the scene. And then we had the two original pieces of music, which were both fantastic. Wow, I can't think of one thing to criticize.
Oh my god, the fucking intro. Like, remember how I mentioned talking about the sound? How the therapist was talking about his heart failing, and then it's the fucking background of like in a slowly heartbeat. It was freaking amazing. Like that. Talk about this film is the perfect four senses of a film. You see it, you feel it, like it's just wonderful. The actors, the cast was really great. The crew, my god. The wardrobe, the makeup, the set design, just everything. This is top tier masterpiece. We found a diamond in the rough again. Fantastic.
Wow, so if you could change anything, would you give any rewrites to this?
No, right now I can't think of anything.
I'm in the same boat.
Would you change anything?
Maybe recast the kids, but the kids are on screen for probably a total of 30 seconds to a minute, so it's a very minor change. I even like that. Like I was sort of pissed. I knew they were gonna do that switcheroo. That was telegraphed, especially when he shook his hair up and then he took his clothes off. I knew there was going to be a switcheroo coming, and then I was sort of pissed that the end of the movie was very clearly coming. And I'm like, okay, there's going to be too much ambiguity. Like, it's okay that you have the twist, but I kind of want to know. But then they did give that little hint at the end where the wife grabs his junk and she's like, you seem better too. And it's like, oh, okay, then this was the clone. So
I missed that.
I like that they introduced ambiguity, but then they gave you enough clues that there wasn't. And then I'm still convinced that chip, that the real Adam Bird still exists on that chip. I believe that.
I'm not. I think he's dead. I think he's dead due to the song and the quote of it, and then the fact that director essentially played that song once again, Burn in the Sun, and I think that's what he was saying. And the fact that there was smoke in the end, or it started, is a tell sign that he was destroyed. Also, I find it hilarious that you confirmed that he was the clone by her touching him.
By his dick size.
By his dick size. Where I knew it was a clone by the fact that he chose the normal clothes. I was like, oh, shit, because then he would probably try to be the original by putting on what the original would have worn. I think that was a very tell sign for me. So I knew it. It confirmed for me the fact that he wore the original's clothing. So I thought that was brilliant. Look, see, there's going to be some smoke coming out. Or maybe it was like...
It was just a dust mote.
Oh, shit. I'm so wrong. Oh, wait, there it is. It was just like the little...
Nah, those were like some dust motes floating in the sunlight.
Man. So that's that. He inception us with that.
I like that. That's the perfect kind of ambiguity in the ending. Like, it's like, okay, it's almost like a curly Q on the top of the ice cream cone. It doesn't break anything in the movie, but it gives you something to like speculate on and be a little bit excited about. Man, I haven't seen a movie this good, even outside of oily trash movies where I try to watch movies that I think are going to be good,
right,
in a long time. This has blown me away. I'm going to go all out. 10 WarBux.
Oh gosh, I was like, oh, you're ready to rate it. I was gonna say the same. I mean, this is 10 WarBux. This is a movie we're gonna continuously talk about as much as we talk about Jurassic games. This is it. This is the fact that you and I are so into sci-fi. This is brilliant. I love it. Claps to the crew. Claps to the cast.
I think the best compliment that I can give this movie is that I want to see this again. This was so good.
Oh, yeah.
That I want to relive moments of this because the script was so tight. All of the dialogue was meaningful. And I feel like I'll catch more things just because even though this is a small budget and we're like in small sets, there is so much detail that I relished every second of this film.
I also loved the fact that the props team went out of their way to create these out of worldly sci-fi gadgets. And you could tell they were homemade, like cheap. They like things that already exist and they made it completely different. Like I love that. I love that. This is such a great film. I want to watch it again. I would recommend this to anybody who loves sci-fi, anybody who loves robots, anybody who loves prostitutes, anybody who loves mystery, anybody who loves psychology, anybody who likes being human, anybody who's going through psychosis. I recommend this film. Watch it. It's such a great time. You can watch it by yourself. You can watch it with your friends. You could sit down with your estranged wife and be like, watch this with me. And you guys will be would probably make up, and or if you're angry with your 3 children, you could be like, this is what I'm going to do to you. You need to be more passionate. You need to be more compassionate. You need to be less of a
sensitive little bitch
crybaby son. Yeah, this is a film for everybody. I really love the sets. The makeup, the fact that it's referencing back into the fucking 40s. Fashion is wonderful. It's wonderful. This is great.
I think this movie would be awesome to watch while doing a drinking game where you take a shot every time somebody in the movie drinks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. There was no plot holes with this film that I've noticed. Like, even when you kept saying, like, the alcohol, you could tell there's been some time passing with the alcohol being a less empty, and the cork stayed the same spot.
And the glass, there were more glasses in each scene. It almost turned this static location into a dynamic set.
Yeah, I love the AI girlfriend. She was just like she was the weakest actor for sure. I think she was weaker than the children, but it's very forgivable because she was hot.
Well, it's also, she is an AI that's never existed in the real world, and this is her experiencing it for the first time. So, you know what? I would sort of expect her to be weirded out and to be just completely blown away, and maybe not act like a normal person, because she isn't. Speaking of the quality of acting, I assume our lead is the one who won the award for Best Acting.
Yes, it was our lead.
She definitely would seem weaker acting opposite this man, because he was fantastic, and the scenes where he's acting off of other people that aren't even on the room, and then later acting off of himself, where I'm assuming there was like a stand-in and he acted both sides, he was absolutely incredible. This actor just blew me away.
I'm hyped up, I'm so glad we saw this. I'm ready to run a lab with my 50-pound vest, I'm ready to freaking move a car, just freaking grab it and throw it to the sun, I'm just
all right, we're gonna have the quote from Bubble that says, "This movie's so good, it makes me want to throw a car into the sun."
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. This movie reminds me why I love this podcast, why I love doing what we do. This is why I love indie films. This is fantastic. It's just like Jurassic Games. This with a budget, you could do art. This is fucking art. I love it. I love you guys. I love the cast. I love the crew. Art. This is fucking art. You created a masterpiece. Chef kisses.
How many bubblegums did you give this?
Oh, yeah, duh. 10 bubblegums. This is fucking-tastic.
All right. This movie got 2 10 out of 10s from Oily Trash Movies. Nothing oily about this at all. Highly recommended. Do we have anything else to say?
No, I mean, go watch it right now. Go play it right now. As you're watching our review, go fucking watch this. This is fan-fucking-tastic. It's on Plex, Movies, TVs. It's on Fiverr or whatever. It's fucking free, dudes. Fucking go watch it.
Yeah, you're leaving money on the table if you're not watching this movie for free.
Yeah, it's on Roku, it's on Tubi, it's on Prime Video. Go fucking watch it because this is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, all right. So that was LX2048. Highly recommended. Until next time, take care, comb your hair.
And remember to mace directly in that AI's face. Bye!
Yeah, good job.